Hi everyone, I'm here to explain assignment 5 in detail and let you know exactly what we're looking for this assignment. So this assignment is due next Sunday, which is February 14th by 11:59 p.m. And please submit this assignment in a Word document. So what I'm asking for you to do is to look further into standardized testing. The first part of the assignment, I'm asking that you create a Venn diagram. And I've drawn a little rough picture of what a Venn diagram should look like. This is it right here. And you're going to be comparing and contrasting norm reference tests to criterion reference tests. So you're going to look at the differences in the common characteristics between the two types of tests. So this is what a Venn diagram should look like. It needs to be two circles that are overlapping. So in this part of the circle, I have an N. So that's the differences of the norm reference test. In this part of the circle, I have a C, and that would be the differences of the criterion reference test. And on the inside, the overlapping portion, that's where you're going to talk about the similarities between the two tests. So I know that it's not a lot of space to discuss similarities. So in the cases where you need more space, please just create a bulleted list underneath the Venn diagram. But the Venn diagram needs to look like this. It has to be two overlapping circles because that's essentially what a Venn diagram is. So for the first portion, you're just going to complete the Venn diagram and submit that. The second portion, you are going to conduct two different interviews. The first interview is with a general education teacher in an elementary school or a counselor in an elementary school, and you're going to discuss how are standardized tests results used and reported, especially in the areas of parent reporting. So just ask this teacher, and this is early childhood, so it needs to be birth through third grade, but I'm talking about elementary school, so you're probably going to look in kindergarten, first, second, or third grade. Ask the teacher how they are required to use standardized testing, how they use the scores, what they use the scores for, and how they report these scores to parents. Then you're going to discuss, similarly, the same thing with a special education teacher in early childhood. So how are standardized tests used to identify children and create an individual education plan, or IEP? So ask the teacher, how are you required to use the standardized tests? What do you use the scores for? How do you use the tests to identify students who may or may not need special ed services? And how do you use the tests to help write an IEP? Reflect on the whole process. Don't include any names because it needs to remain anonymous. So then, after you have all of that information from the two interviews, you're going to create a report on how to best report the results of the standardized test for both cases and what plans can be developed to improve the score. So you're getting all this information from the two teachers. Based on what they said, what do you think would be the best procedure for reporting the scores to parents? How are these test scores used? And what plans can be developed to improve the test scores? So you're going to include the Venn diagram and the interview all in one Word document. Put them in one document and upload those to the Dropbox by February 14th. Looking forward to seeing them.